What's going on, guys? I'm gonna try to keep this intro short, but we're gonna be ranking all the FNAF characters from the games FNAF 1 to Pizzeria Sim, and I don't feel like doing any more. So, yeah, but this all opinions in this are mine. So if you don't like that, then too bad. So, yeah, I'm only gonna be counting like characters that I don't know how to describe it. Like the main characters of the games. I'm not gonna like include Easter eggs or anything like that. But yeah, um, let's get into it. Also subscribe, please. The worst of the worst, F tier. Starting out with F tier, we have a Phantom Chica. Well, looks like a watermelon, and honestly, I just really do not like the design, and it's boring in FNAF 3. Next, Phantom Angle. Just like annoying and stuff. Just not fun to play against. And then we got BB. BB's pretty innocent. I just don't like the complete redesign or like retexture or reskin, whatever. It just looks kind of. I just don't like it. D tier, slightly better, but still pretty bad. First of all, we got Mini Arena. Night Force so annoying in FNAF 5, but I still really like it. The design's just not there doing it for me, and the jump scare is pretty cool, I guess, but just not very interesting at all. Yeah. Next we have Normal Balloon Boy. Really annoying in FNAF 2. Don't really like the design, and yeah. To round out the nightmare, or to round out the Balloon Boys, we have Nightmare Balloon Boy. Best looking one, but still is literally just the exact same play feature, just the plus trap had, not play feature, just game feature the plus trap had, but just less creepy because you already know what happens. And finally in D tier we have Phantom Foxy. I actually really like this, but I need more things to put in D tier, and this would probably be the bottom of C tier. So it's just a pretty cool mechanic in FNAF 3, probably one of the better Wizards is, and yeah. Next we have C tier, pretty mid stuff if you ask me. But middle tier, yes. So starting out this, we have Toy Bonnie, everyone's favorite FNAF 2 op. Toy Bonnie's just really annoying, and I don't like the design, and the voice they gave him was so annoying. Next we have Nightmare Chica. Nightmare Chica is Nightmare Bonnie, but worse. Phantom Puppets, very annoying, but I guess the mechanics kinda cool. It just kind of sits in front of you, but it's fine. Next we have Phantom Freddy, rounding out all the Phantoms before we even get to B tier. I only like this guy because of Ultimate Custom Night, and I think he has the most to do in FNAF 3, other than Springtrap, obviously. So, yeah. Next we have Scrap Trap. Very good story-wise, but the design, I cannot get it out of my head. That is literally Jimmy Neutron. Tell me otherwise. Finally, to wrap off C tier, we have Plush Trap. It does kind of hurt to see him be this low on the list, but there's just so many other great animatronics, and even for the ones in C tier, mostly on the upper end, they're still pretty good in my opinion. And I just really like the mechanic that before it got rehashed into Balloon Boy, and it was a very creative thing for Scott to do, even in the many flaws of FNAF 4. Oh boy, B tier is a juggernaut. Okay, let's get right into it. Withered Freddy. The most basic of the Withered designs by a big margin, and I think that really hurts it, and especially because its feature is completely non-original and is just reused for pretty much everything else in this tier. Next we have Withered Chica. Withered Chica is the exact same problem as Withered Freddy, except the design's way cooler. I mean, just look, she's missing her hands, and look at her jaw. That's pretty much all I have to say about that. Speaking of reused game mechanics, next we have Toy Freddy. Toy Freddy is fundamentally exactly the same as the other two I just listed, except he looks less beat up and is less creepy, depending on if you think minimalism is creepy or not, but I personally don't. I think it just looks a little goofy. So, Okay, I'm ranking these next two together, Toy Chica and Mangle, because I don't want to keep having to repeat myself. These two are pretty much the exact same thing as the last three, but one hangs from the ceiling and one comes from the vents. Pretty much the only difference at all out of the characters. And I like their designs. I think Toy Chica is actually sort of creepy, not just dumb goofy like the other two toys. And Mangle's pretty creepy. Now that that's all out of the way, I can talk about something better. Basically, we got a reskin. It's fine because it's like a secret thing, but it's Nightmare, if you couldn't tell. Nightmare is really confusing to me. In the design, I just don't understand. No, I don't think anyone really understands it. So I don't know. It just confuses me. Okay, next we have Nightmare Freddy. Nightmare Freddy, there's nothing inherently wrong with him, but I think his mechanics really cool. It's just the design. He sticks out in a bad way compared to the other nightmares. Next we have Nightmare Foxy. Nightmare Foxy is an interesting story because he's so creepy. He just kind of sits in the closet and like he just sneaks into your room when you're not looking. I just don't like that because that's actually a fear of mine. Like while I'm recording this, I kept looking behind me to make sure no one was in my room. I don't know. It's just a fear of mine. So, yeah. Chica, classic FNAF 1 Chica. The most eerie out of the bunch, not the creepiest, because Bonnie to me is the creepiest. It's just very eerie and out of place with her, like, head motions, I guess you could say, and how she just moves and how she like looks in the cameras. You can hear her groaning, and that's just super unsettling. I do think she is the weakest out of the original cast, though. That's pretty much it. Nightmare Mangle. Nightmare Mangle is everything Nightmare Foxy was, but dialed up to 10. Just the overall creepy nature of how its body just looks. And when you see it outside of the closet, not just when it jump scares you, in the extras menu, seeing its full body is so creepy. It genuinely, like, it scares me, and I don't get scared easily by games like by FNAF games. It's just something very unsettling to me. Finally, to end off B tier, we have Scrap Baby. Scrap Baby is a very out of place part of FNAF 6. It doesn't make much sense lore-wise until you actually look into it, and you have to do a bit of digging to figure out how and why. The design overall is a mesh of just random things cluttered to make your eyes not understand what you're looking at clearly, because I'm still finding new stuff on this animatronic, and it's been a very, very long time since that game came out. Not bad, it's just a little cluttered to me, and story context amazing, voice acting was very good, and just a little out of character in FNAF 6, I'd say. Other than that, pretty good. We're finally to A tier. Hooray. This is where it gets more difficult to rank stuff, so bear with me here as I become very indecisive. First off, we have Withered Foxy. Withered Foxy is a rare, very rare case of the not very good, just pile of not very good characters in FNAF 2. He has a different mechanic where you need to flash him with your light or whatever. His design is very, very cool, and especially like kind of creepy when you see him in that hallway shining your light on him and as he's getting ready to attack. That's honestly all I have to say. Lefty is it's one of the more out of place things out of this series. It is a character we will see soon on the list as it just trapped in another robot for some reason. It's great. It's stupid fun. The design's really cool and it can be creepy in the right setting. our second sister location character since D tier, Ballora. Ballora is actually a really fun character, and that is my favorite knight in the game, Knight 2. It is actually my favorite knight in the entire series. It's just so much fun to play through, and it's just such a thrilling and just nerve-wracking experience. Her design's really cool, and the whole no one really knows much about her thing. It's just kind of like, it's like, what we don't know that much about her. She could be William Afton's wife, just like a self-insert for his wife, and literally anything. Molten Freddy is very confusing because the lore, but the design's really cool. And this actually is the last character in FNAF 6, meaning that FNAF 6 characters are all completely out of our ranking. Now we have the man, the myth, the legend, the guy who started it all, Mr. Freddleton Fazerton, the 57th Frederick, of the FNAF at Five Nights Freddy FNAF Bear game. He's pretty cool. His design's very basic, but I think his mechanics very, very confusing in a good way. It makes the player learn how to evolve in the game, which is very helpful for games that can get stale after a while, like FNAF 1. So yeah, good job, Scott. Nightmare Fredbear. His design is really, really goofy. Not at all scary, but the lore context is otherworldly confusing, as well as just sad. Just really, really sad, actually. Next up, we have Nightmare Bonnie. Nightmare Bonnie is going to end off our FNAF 4 section. I just think he's the coolest looking out of all of them. Not scariest. He just looks cool to me, and his feature is very, very basic, but when you see a massive purple bunny towering over you in a hallway, it's kind of scary, man. Can't blame you. The reason the series happened, aka Puppet. Puppet is very, very intriguing character with some of the just really sad lore in the series, just like Fredbear. It's just very, very sad stuff that you don't typically see in most games like this. It's very, 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 very intriguing. That's pretty much all I can say. The design's really, really cool and creepy, and to round off A tier, we have Springtrap. Springtrap is the main villain of the entire series, aka the guy who killed all the kids and is now in an animatronic suit. He has the most well-designed design in, well, almost. There's one more better than him, but one of the best in the whole series. Also, FNAF 3 is now out of our rank. S tier. We made it, but we're still not technically done because we have one more. Anyways, so starting off this one, we have Foxy, just normal FNAF 1 Foxy. Man, this is a throwback of a character. This was everyone's favorite. If this wasn't your favorite back in 2014, 2015, you were looked at like you just murdered a family of 5. The influence this character had on FNAF in general was kind of crazy that we don't see anymore, because Foxy's not in the series sadly anymore, but yeah, it's fine. The design and mechanic is legendary and will always just be remembered by everyone because he's just so cool. He's Foxy. What else can I say? Ennard, the beautiful mess of a character. Now this is everything from Sister Location just put together in perfection, in my opinion. Everything is done so well. The build up, just everything. When you finally see him in that window, when you get scooped at the end of the game, everything is done right. And on the secret night, it's an it, not a person. But he's begging to get into the room because it's so desperate to get out. It is creepy, and I just looked over my shoulder to make sure there's no one in my room again. It is just unsettling, and I love it. Next we have Baby. Baby is like your guide in FNAF 5, and is just really the build up to finding out she lied to you, and betrayed you is so well done, and honestly, by the end of the game, you kind of do trust her. Well, at least I did, but nah, we got lied to. That's pretty much all I'd say. The design is really, really nice, and its lore and everything is pretty well done. Finally, Golden Freddy. This also includes Wither. Golden Freddy. I just didn't feel like getting him for the video. This character means so much to the series overall, and is so elusive, but at the same time so known. And it creates for a perfect, like, omniscient character. Like, I was there the whole time. I saw everything. I know what you did. It's just the perfect blend of everything that makes FNAF FNAF. We made it to the top 5, everyone. These are the best of the best. Nothing beats them. And started off, we had, to end off FNAF 1, actually, we have Bonnie. Bonnie is an amazing character. It is actually, fun fact, the only character that has gotten me to scream out loud playing FNAF. I'm like, so, like, you should have been there. I screamed so loud, just dying to Bonnie on night 2. It was actually pretty funny, but it's designed so simplistic, but it's so creepy, and you know it's a good design when it literally makes the creator have nightmares. That's all I'm gonna say. Coming in 4th place, we have Withered Bonnie, also ending off FNAF 2. Finally, I thought we got rid of all of them in B tier until I forgot about Withered Bonnie. Anyways, so, I don't know, the design, the faceless, just, it's so eerie to me, and he's always stuck out as something more than anything else FNAF 2 could really give off. So it was really refreshing to finally see something like that. So I'm forever thankful for this character design, and that London Bridge teaser trailer. It's great. Ending off FNAF 4, we have Nightmarion. Nightmarion is the embodiment of everything just nightmarish in the FNAF series, and it's more like the Grim Reaper if I really think about it. It's just super sick. But that's really all I had to say. It's just a very, very cool character, and I actually jumped pretty bad when I got jump scared by him for the first time. Now let's just move on to the top 2, and if you couldn't guess by process of elimination, the only game we have left is Sister Location. Coming in 2nd place, which was originally my favorite up until about half a year ago, we have Funtime Foxy. He's been my childhood favorite ever since 2015, but recently, getting rid of nostalgia has changed that. He's a little boring in Sister Location. He's very frustrating to deal with in Sister Location, but he's at the same time really scary. I was so scared of him playing the first time, I had to like shut my eyes just so when he jump scared me, I wouldn't get like startled and scream like I did at Bonnie. I didn't scream though, because like I said, I only got scared by Bonnie. So yeah, in Ultimate Custom Night, he gets a voice that adds so much to his character. It's not even funny. That elevated his character so much. I want time to talk about this last one, so I'm gonna just stop. Finally, in 1st place, we have Funtime Freddy. Funtime Freddy is I don't know how a character this well made was made from a game series like this. It started out as a guy who made Christian RPGs. I don't know whose sadistic idea it was to make this man, the menace himself, the legend, the man, the myth, Funtime Freddy, voiced by Kellen Goff. He is so sadistic and creepy. I think him and Shockwave would get along so nice. Just the levels of just sinisterness in his voice, and paired with his Night 2, you can see him. You can see flashes of him, but only flashes in the darkness of the control module. lights as the wires flicker off and on and just spark. It's so creepy, so well done, and on night 3, every time you think you're about to get jump scared, you don't. And an Ultimate Custom Night only elevates that, as long as with the FNAF 5 Custom Night. I love it so much. I just love FNAF 5, and I love Fun Time Freddy. He will always be the man, the myth, the legend. Well, that was the ranking. Hope you guys liked it. And that took like 2 hours to record. I'm gonna go see if Kanye dropped Vultures 2 yet. Bye. Oh yeah, and subscribe.